everyone. Welcome back to Effing Details. I'm Jill Simmons, and you are?
Mark Simmons.
Woohoo! So, you're there, I'm here, so this is about us.
Again, another episode about us.
Well, sort of.
Well, it's about all of you.
Yeah.
And about us.
Yes.
So before we dive in, once again, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel or followed us, here's the rundown. Here we go. You're going to get sold to. 1, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us. Also on Spotify and our Apple Podcast. And we make it really easy. Go to effingdetails.com. All the links are there. Here we go.
All right. So, here's a topic I really wanted to bring up, and that is sacrifice.
It's no sacrifice.
Oh my gosh. All right.
That's all I'll sing. Yes.
Business and sacrifice.
Okay.
If you notice, I'm wearing a summer dress because it's
summer.
It's summer and it's
Your dress.
Beautiful out.
Yes.
It's like stunning. One of the nicest days of the year. 100%. And we are doing a podcast, which is great because that's what we want to do. But we also do sacrifice some of the nice days or some of the, take advantage of the weather or whatnot. Sometimes you have to say no to something to say yes. Correct?
Absolutely. And sometimes if you say yes to something, you have to say no to something. It works both ways.
Absolutely. And even though we're not at our, million subscribers and, huge views and we're not viral yet, we truly believe that one day we will be. So we keep going.
And that's part of the effing details thing. What you mentioned is we didn't get lost in the details, and you got to start. Because you don't start at 1 million views,
right. And
you don't start at 1,000 views, you start at 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you don't start, you're going to continue to have 0.
Absolutely. So if you want 1 million views, then you just have to keep going.
Yeah. And so I think to your point, one of the things we were discussing, you were discussing, is around sacrifice.
Yes.
And if you want to grow something, what are the things to think about that you're going to have to not necessarily give up? Because there's 24 hours in a day. There isn't 24 hours in 1 minute. There's only so much time in a day, and we're all only capable of doing so much.
Totally. So true story. There was a couple years back, so I had a side hustle, which was an SEO business. So I went into the back end of blogs and I optimized them for Google. And it was just sort of a side hustle that I fell into, which I absolutely loved. So I did all the courses and whatnot and properly trained for it. But I had quite a few clients all around the world. And they were all high professional bloggers. And I would go into their back end and, like I say, optimize it. But there was one summer, and we used to live downtown Vancouver, and our office overlooked a beautiful pool. And there was one summer, and I had a lot of clients, and I was busy, and I sat there and I worked while I watched everybody enjoy the pool on such a gorgeous day in Vancouver. And that's what I had to do because I wanted my side hustle and I wanted to grow my business, and I also wanted to do the best for all my clients. So I had to say no to the day, yes to my SEO business, and that's the sacrifice I made.
Yeah. Everything we do is pretty much self-inflicted.
Sure.
We choose things. They are self-inflicted because we made it happen. And there's a lot of times we have these great ideas that we want to do. And our last podcast was about, relationships and working together. Well, when you first get into a relationship, it's really magical. And you just love the other person. Oh, right. My gosh. And then as time goes by and certain things might start to come out that irks you about them, and nothing irks me about you. But for some, that's what happens. And then the relationship starts to go in different directions than you thought it would. Business, 100% the same.
Oh, such a great point. You see, now I don't have the SEO business, mainly because a lot of people are not doing the blogging within the genre that I was doing as high level as they were doing. And my side hustles took a different direction. So I no longer have the SEO business. Why that story stands out so much to me, though, is that not that I looked on that day and I thought, oh man, I missed out on the pool and this and that, whatever. I look back on that day and it like really stands out as the day for me because I made a choice. And I was really proud of the choices that I made for myself and for the business. Yeah. That's why it stood out to me.
Yeah.
You know, as much as I saw the people down there having fun, it was just, it was a proud moment for me because, you know, sometimes you don't always make that choice. And you look back later and think, oh, if only I had.
Yeah. You know, the thing about choice is every moment of every day, so coachy shit coming, warning, coachy shit. We're always in two places. We're always in perspective, always, and we're always at choice, always. So if we don't like the perspective we're in, we have a choice to change it. We also have a choice not to change it, which is still a choice. So we are really always at choice. The other piece about it is all of this, like really all of this. Glad you're sitting down. It's all made up.
Right.
Like life is all made up. We make up our futures. We make up things. For the most part, we really do. We make it up. We have the power to change. We have the power to do things. Should we choose to do them? Sometimes we get stuck in routine.
Yeah.
And what we know is easier than facing what we don't know and taking that risk.
Right.
Entrepreneurs take risks.
They do.
Many times, regardless of, I don't know how it's going to go. I'm willing to take it anyways.
Right.
I know where you and I get caught up sometimes because we have, you know, in the friends and our networking, our acquaintances, we have a lot of younger people in our circle.
We do.
And they think differently from the get-go than we did.
Absolutely.
Right? And they don't necessarily have families. You know, they don't have kids.
Right.
And so we see them sitting in some other part of the world, sitting on a beach. Here I am on the beach. # best day ever working. And you and I are like, oh man, like why couldn't we? Why couldn't we? We also know the other side of it is that optics.
Right. There's optics.
There's optics to it all. And at that moment, yes, but what's the work it took them to get there? What are they doing? Oh, how are they grinding? It's like TikTok and Instagram. A lot of it isn't necessarily, I'll say, real.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
And so part of the what you're saying today is really about what you're sacrificing is taking with a grain of salt what others are putting out to the world of how fantastic and amazing things are going for them. Sure, there are people that it is, not taking anything away from them, but it's good to have real discussions with people going, well, what did you have to sacrifice to get here?
Absolutely.
Right.
They may be sitting on a beach, but they're working hard.
Absolutely, yeah. And you and I experienced that a few years back when we were at a conference in Thailand, and in some downtime we would go and sit on the beach. And I know you're in the water and you're having fun. I was sitting under a palapa working. I had my laptop.
You did.
And I would sit there for hours doing it.
Right.
And I did post pictures. Hey, office for the day, which looks cool. I was still working.
You are still working, yeah.
Still working, still doing.
Right.
Now, I'm not complaining, man. It was an amazing place to work.
For
right?
sure.
Not complaining at all.
No.
Cool.
Right.
And it wasn't the whole day. I was able to get in the water and do things at some point as well.
Yes.
Well, that's what we do. You had stuff to do as well at that time.
For sure.
And you're not even in your own entrepreneurial business at that time. You were in a job where you still had to check in and do things.
Right.
And so we all have it, but it is really about what if you're going to give something is not happening. The yes or no, saying yes or no. to things.
Definitely.
You know, so what do you think? Is there any regret? Let's talk regret quickly. Anything you regret about the journey? Anything that you feel like you missed out on, or if I wish I would have done this differently, then this could have happened? In kind of the business journey, not the life journey. We can go back and go, yeah, I wish I didn't do this.
Oh, for sure.
But
yeah,
the business journey.
For the business side of it, I'm not sure I regret anything of the side hustle.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like I gave it my all, and I have zero regrets.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you
have business?
Yeah.
You know, there's times I started a catering company when I was 16, bought a deli when I was 21, went to cooking school.
Right.
In between that, had a goal and a path and carried out things. Other people go to, university or college and learn. I'm a learn by doing kind of person. That's how I learn. Reading, I get to chapter 2. I don't know what I've read in chapter 1. I'm like, man, we had our podcast recently with Mark Graber, who's got an amazing memory.
Right. He really does.
He'll remember everything he reads from every book in his entire life. Page 52, line 3, it said this. I don't have that ability to do that. Wish I did. You're a speed reader too. Like you go through and you remember things. You remember everything. I remember 16 years ago we were down at the beach and it was 4 PM and you said this.
But mostly I'll remember what I was wearing.
Also very true.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember the outfits.
Yes. Jill actually has, I'm not talking out of school, a bathing suit collection of up in the 80s or so now, bathing suits. And her thing is, why do you keep your bathing suits?
Because they're memories.
They're memories. Each one reminds her of a certain place and time.
Vacation.
A vacation, something we've done, something she did. Right. And, I laugh at it, but when we go to stores and you're shopping for a bathing suit, and I'll tell the salesperson, oh my God, she has 80 and these are the reasons. And every single time where I think I'm about to get support, the salesperson looks at me and goes, so what? That's really great. Like, I'm like, oh man, I got no support here.
You've got none.
Right. So back to what we were talking about, though, is with the regret of doing things. I wish some things would have gone in different directions for sure. Mm-hmm. But here today because of those things.
Right.
This podcast is because of those things and the experiences and being and learning certain traits and skills that I probably wouldn't have learned in other places.
Okay.
Same with you. And we've talked on a much earlier podcast about the fact that you, at the time, which was just the beginning of your Instagram journey and your fashion journey, where there was a time when you're like, don't take pictures of me. I'm not putting that out to the public.
Absolutely.
Where now we just saw one of your Instagram posts got 100 and how many?
108,000?
108,000 views.
Yeah.
And what? Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not about anything like really special or whatever. We're trying to understand like how things go viral and how things don't. Or why, but they do.
Yeah.
And not that you don't look at yourself and go, well, I'm now amazing because I got 100,000 views. Those are all sort of, views like in Facebook when people give you likes. That's like a vanity thing. But it's about you put yourself out there. People have seen it. People comment and like on it, and that feels really cool. And for you to get to that point took a lot internally.
Yeah.
Right? And we've told the story about when you started this blog content management thing that you were doing, the SEO, and during COVID, during lockdown, when we were locked in our 600 square foot apartment, our one bed, we did have a solarium office, which was cool. We could, spread out if we could. And one day there is Jill on a webinar that she started with these blog content people from around the world.
Yes.
Educating them on blog content management and SEO and sharing what she's learned.
Yeah.
And if you knew Jill, that I knew Jill, I've known Jill since high school, but, when we reconnected and we're going back, years ago, that Jill wouldn't have done that.
Absolutely not.
Jill be like, hell no.
Oh, no.
Don't even.
No.
No. And now Jill's like, yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do it, but I'm still scared, but I'll do it.
And that's the thing. I'm scared to do it anyways,
Yeah.
as opposed to scared and I'm not doing
Right.
it. So being scared or nervous, all things doesn't stop you.
Right.
Right. So when you talk about sacrifice,
Yeah.
when we look internal, that part of being scared and that choice at the moment is, are you willing to sacrifice the nervous and scared energy and do it anyways?
Okay. Can we just back up?
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah,
beep.
because you're a little slippery. So we were talking about regret.
I should have never told you that word the other day.
I know you did, but you
'Cause-
did.
Yeah.
So we were talking about sacrifice.
This is about you, not me.
Oh, sorry. We were talking about regret, not sacrifice.
So what do I
We were
regret?
talking about sacrifice and regret.
Yeah.
And you were talking about some stuff that you somewhat regretted or whatnot. Do you regret it because you didn't put in the effort? Or is the regret that whatever
It didn't work out.
didn't work out?
So great question.
Yeah.
So I did a few years now. I took the real estate course
Okay.
and passed the exam.
Which I have to say, like, kudos to you.
Yeah.
That's a hard exam.
So backstory is never, sometimes important, sometimes not. Growing up, my grandparents owned a real estate brokerage in the city.
Right.
I was a kid. I was pretty young. And when I was 16, 17, I had the option to, take the real estate course at the time. And at the time, I had no internet or anything existed. So I took you send into the real estate board, you call them, they mail you a 25-question questionnaire. You mail it back to them, and then they mail you back your percentage of probable success as a realtor.
Right.
Right? And I know we've told the story before. First time I came back at 25%. I'm like, fuck that. Doing it again. Sent it back, and it came back at 19%. And I'm like, I'm out. Not doing it. Went into the
Right.
food business. Started a catering company. That's what I was going to do. But in 2017, I had a contract with 3 RE/MAX brokerages for the year to be their in-house coach consultant and worked with realtors to help them develop their business.
Okay.
I wasn't licensed then. But getting licensed was always something I wanted to do to show the real estate board, I got you.
Right.
Right? And it was an intense, you remember. It was,
I remember.
For me, because I said earlier today, I don't read
Right.
necessarily all that and retain.
Yep.
And here you have this 100-question multiple choice exam, which has a massive failure rate. People
It
think,
does.
oh, it's so easy. You just write
No,
exam,
it's
become a
not.
realtor. It is not.
Yep.
It's really not.
No.
And the way they word the questions are, every one of the 4 answers could potentially be right-ish. It's words like always or sometimes is the difference.
Oh, wow.
You must or you can is the difference. So you really got to read. And I remember phoning and saying I failed. Like I really, after the exam, I walked
remember
out.
you
You were all
did.
excited because you thought I was kidding. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I thought you were totally
I
kidding because
100%
I felt
thought I
like you were
failed.
going to nail it.
Yeah. And a week later, I got the results and I didn't fail.
Yeah. That was a big moment.
Right. Got into real estate when the local market crashed, for one thing.
Yeah.
Interest rates were through the roof. Mm-hmm. Government was changing like the timing of everything was like, are you kidding me? All at once.
Yeah.
And so went through it and I stayed with it for 3 years, moved from one brokerage to a second brokerage, had a lot of guidance and help with it, really enjoyed the creativity of it. I loved creating the brand. I loved creating our marketing material. You and I did so many open houses.
We did.
Which is, in real estate, was how you potentially get clients, is you do open houses for other realtors. I was fortunate in that I got a sale right away within the first month or 2 of being licensed.
Yes.
And that helps build you up. So it's not regret, it's disappointment for sure.
Right.
Because I paused my license. And I think even this week is when my year's up of pausing the license. So now I either have to make the decision to go back in, or if I don't, I will have to rewrite the exam. Right? And I'm not a 20-year-old kid. I don't have that kind of drive, and not that you have to be 20 to do it. It's just I'm doing other things at 59. So it's more disappointment than regret.
Okay. So, would you say then, if this was your absolute passion, you would right now throw everything into it?
Yeah, if I was more passionate about it, because I've been asked that.
Right.
But you should. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not feeling it.
Right. Okay.
Right? It's just not, at this point, No.
Okay, so, this is really good learning for everybody listening out there. You've made the conscious choice that you're not going to continue on with the real estate because it's not your passion, because you're not going to throw 100% into it, because if you just continue down that path, likely it would just be a so-so effort. Is that correct?
Yeah, because we're doing other things that I'm really, this like podcast, you hear it in our voices, we're really excited, but this excites me.
Right.
This gets me going.
Yeah.
The things I do bring me more joy.
Okay.
The real estate stuff for me personally, we always felt accomplished. Look what we've created.
Right.
Right. You were my unlicensed assistant because you didn't take the course. You'd be unlicensed opposed to licensed.
Yeah.
And learned a lot. And one of the things I learned is I'm really not into doing this.
Yeah.
Like I don't have that fire to put in. And the people who do amazing.
They do.
They really do. And we watch them. We watch how they work. And they play a game. I'm not necessarily a great game player in the business world. Right. I'm a little too honest a lot of times, which works against me.
Yeah.
And that's another learning is at some point you got to self-reflect and you go, it's either for me or it's not. So if it's for you, dive in and commit.
Yeah.
And if it's not for you, which is okay, it's okay to step away.
For sure.
Right? And it's okay to step away and be okay with it.
Right. Absolutely.
Move on. Go do something different. If you're working and the whole entrepreneurial thing isn't working for you, but you need money, go get a part-time job or a job.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
So, even though you say it's a regret,
it's not really. It's more a disappointment.
It's disappointment in certain factors all happened at once, but you learned a lot. You learned a lot about yourself and what will work and what won't, and what suits your personality, and all of that.
Yeah, I get asked that. I get asked a lot, actually, if I'm going to go back into it.
Right.
I still get asked questions about real estate. Interestingly, so I don't really answer because haven't been in that mindset, and I'm not.
Right.
I'm not going to guide people down the wrong road, other than what you see in the news and what's common, anyways.
Right.
But I don't look back and go, oh, I don't. So for me, and you and I have talked about this, what I really enjoyed about that whole real estate journey was pass the exam.
That was
so there you go. There you go. I did it. Right.
Yeah.
Did I have a 25% chance of success in real estate? Probably. They were probably right when I was 16 or 17, right? I tried to prove them wrong. Right now, guitar told me when I took up guitar when I was 7 that it's too bad there isn't a class lower you can go to when I was 7 years old. So I'm not playing guitar anymore. But a couple of years ago, we bought guitars. We have an electric guitar sitting over here. I play a little. I don't put it. So to this point, I don't play a lot of it, as you know. Get on, practice some stuff. I got little short fingers. It's hard for me to hit a C chord and F chord. Yet we saw last night on TV this 10-year-old kid with shorter fingers than me shredding this electric guitar. Just like, see, it's not your fingers.
Yeah.
It's not your fingers, which is fine. So I guess the point here is, and those of you who play golf will understand this, anything takes time and effort.
Right.
Like you got to commit. You got to put in the time. If I put in the time into the real estate, I would probably be successful. We would be successful in it if I was willing to put in the time and energy and effort and motivation that it takes.
Right.
If I put in the time to playing guitar every day, and you and I started practicing every day, and then other things got in the way and we stopped. Choice we made. We stopped. We can make a choice to go back. We talk about it. At some point we'll take action on it. But if I was sticking with it every single day over the last couple of years, probably be really pretty good on guitar by now.
Yeah, you have actual natural talent for it.
Okay, still looking for that natural talent. Thank you for your support. However, things are starting to come together, and I'm starting to hear, songs or pieces of music coming together, starting to sound more like like the songs are.
Exactly.
But that's because I keep practicing it.
Right.
Like anything, it's really about making the time, putting the time and effort in. So one of the recommendations I give to clients all the time, they say they'll come back and we'll meet every 2 weeks, and they'll come back and go, I didn't do this, because I give homework. based on whatever it is they want to do. So complete this task in the next 2 weeks, develop this, build this, and they say yes, and they come back and go, well, I didn't do it. Which is fine. And we go, well, what got in the way? It's not a hand slapping. It's like, well, what got in the way? Well, this and this and this.
Right.
What they've done is they've made other things a priority. They haven't made themselves a priority.
Right.
So my recommendation is always pull out your calendar, put your name in to one of the spaces every day on the calendar between 2 to 3. You are now your own client. Don't ever do to yourself what you wouldn't do for a client.
Right.
Are you going to cancel on a client? No, then don't cancel on yourself.
Right. Absolutely.
Put time in for you because you are a priority.
Right.
You are.
Absolutely.
If you want to start a business and make it work, if you want to do anything,
you have to make it a priority, which ties right back to my day.
Yes.
At the pool, watching people play and have fun.
Yeah.
And I made that day about me making my business a priority.
Yeah. And the reality is, we say, but I want it all. You can have it all. Whatever all is for you.
Whatever all is.
Whatever all is,
Yeah.
for not just us, but for anybody. You can have it all. It takes planning. It takes work. It takes effort. It takes a lot of things. Most of all, it takes a choice
For sure.
to do it. And don't look back with regret.
No. And I also want to tie into what I said earlier in that it's a beautiful day out today. I'm dressed for summer. It's incredible. We want to go out and enjoy the day. So for us, in order to do so, because we also wanted to do this podcast, set our alarm for 5:30 a.m. And we woke up and we got ready and we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
And we set aside time for us.
We
to
fed
do
the
this.
roosters.
Yeah. And that's what you have to do if you want to have it all. You might have to wake up early.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the amount of people that show up late for things and blame the alarm clock or the bus.
Right.
It's like, change your system, change something.
Right. But we're showing up for ourselves.
But we're showing up, and that's probably where I end. Best advice is just show up.
Absolutely.
Show up. Take care of yourself. Save yourself first.
Yep.
All those coachy moments.
Yay.
All right, so we want to thank you for watching today. If you have any questions, you can email us anytime at
Effing Details.
anything@effingdetails.com. Bottom of the screen, there it is. Just a reminder, please, please, please beg.
Big.
We're not above begging. We're not. That's why we're begging. Please subscribe or follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We make things super easy for you. Go to effingdetails.com, and we have all the links to everything there. We also have swag.
Woohoo. Oh, wait.
We have the Fuck the Details hats and mugs. We have some stickers coming, and they are on...
Hold on. There we go.
There you go. And they are on our website as well under swag, or effing swag, I think it says is the title. If anyone wants to work with us, effing work with us, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah. If you want to be on this podcast too.
Yeah, we would
Email.
love to have people on the podcast, as hopefully you've seen some of the past people we've had, some of our guests. Everyone's got stories and journeys, and if they've gone through it, chances are you may be going through it as well.
For sure.
And so sharing is caring.
Absolutely.
So reach out, anything@effingdetails.com. Thanks for watching. Till
Thank
next
you.
time. Bye.